ADA Revisited. So on the 10th of October, we released a video going over some technical analysis for ADA. We went over bullish and bearish scenarios, where I'd like to have my bags packed if I were an investor, and of course TP areas for both the USDT and the BTC pairs. Today seems like a great day to go over some of that analysis, as ADA is up almost, well, it has been up 15% on the day, and as you can see, breaking out of that all-important weekly range as well. So going over that analysis again, and also going over the TPs that I covered in the last video. If you want to go back and watch that, I will link it at the end. Also, if you do enjoy our content, please continue to like and subscribe. Helps us grow, and we really do appreciate it. So I'll quickly go over what I spoke about in the last video. I'll zoom out slightly, and as I said in the last video, we had these two ranges, the blue range and the yellow range. And I talked about, so we were right back here, look, on the 9th, 10th of October, just here. And I talked about this potentially being the bottom, although hands up, I did think that we had one more drop in us, and I was targeting 18 cents as an actual bottom. I thought we were going to get one more leg down, one more shakeout, and we were going to retest the range highs from this range that we formed back in 2018. However, I did caveat that with saying we are much closer to the bottom than we are the top, and if I zoom out you can see exactly why. And I also said that if you wanted to be an investor in the project, then it's probably a really good time to start dollar cost averaging in. At most you probably get another drop to that 18-cent range, which is about 20-25%. However, you know, you want to have those bags packed before we break out of this range high at 40 cents. And as you can see, it has been an absolute monster of a rally, as you can see, literally from the bottom of the range at 23.5 cents straight up to the range high at 40 cents. Barely any pullbacks whatsoever. We had a couple of tests of the range high, and then bang, this week we've absolutely flown through. If we go down to the daily time frame, you can see the last was it. So literally from Monday, it's just been non-stop grind up, and today we're up almost 15, well, we were up at this peak 15% on the day, which is absolutely crazy. So I said in the video as well that once we break above 40 cents in terms of a weekly close, then that is us probably off to the races on ADA, and it looks like that is the case. So bearish scenario would obviously be if we were to somehow deviate back inside 40 cents. So basically a repeat of what happened back here on the 10th and 17th of April. It looks unlikely. We are so far out of this range, and the market looks extremely bullish. However, what I wouldn't discount is obviously a pullback to retest 40 cents as a level of support. So when I went over, you can see we've got the TPs still there. We'll go over those in a minute in terms of looking at what the returns still are from current day's prices, because even though we have had this rally, was at about 100%, I think, 24 cents to 50 cents, as you can see, well, 117%. We are still closer to the bottom than we are the top, which is crazy to think after such a decent move. So what I would say is that shorter term, another TP that I'd like to talk about is potentially here at 57 cents. So I'll just quickly draw that out. And essentially what I would use this for is a potential swing trade entry. So what we like to say in learning crypto is, for some people, just holding and investing is enough. For some people, though, they feel like they're missing out by not catching the big swing. So what we normally say is have yourself a swing bag. So if you've got, you know, obviously 100% of your spot bag, you take 10, 15, at most 20% out and say, right, I'm going to use this as a swing bag to try and sell resistance, buy support, and either accumulate dollars on the side or accumulate units. So with that being said, a great place, I think, to take some profit on ADA if you've been accumulating down in this range here is around this 57 to 60 cent area for a potential pullback from that resistance back down to the weekly range high at 40 cents to buy back in. Now, the reason you want to keep that that swing bag quite small is obviously if you don't get that pullback, you don't get that chance to get in, then you need to be okay with not being able to buy back as much. So as I say, 10, 15, at most 20% for a swing bag, so that you feel like you're actually, if you need to, of course, some people it's fine just to sit and hold. But if you feel like you want to take advantage of those big swings in the market, so that's a potential area to look for, as I say, for a pullback down to that range high. So let's take a look at what these TP areas, the larger for the larger move, would look like. So going into the next bull market, what are these TPs in terms of percentage? So even from current day's prices, as I say, Still close to the bottom than we are the top. You're looking at doubling your money here at $1, of course, so we're at 50 cents, so back up to $1. This is a huge level of resistance, where I think we will get stuck for a little bit, probably get some sort of decent retracement. Maybe we pull back to this 77 cents level here, as you can see, the start of this rally in March. Again, another potential swing trade entry there, but up to $1, 100% move. If we then look at the next TP, which is up here about $1.45, you can see 186%. So you can see that the gains are still there. The multiples are definitely still there. Next TP up here at just over $2. So that is, of course, a 300% move. Just above there, we've got $2.34. Again, you're still looking at 350% move. And then back to the all-time highs, should we get there, you are looking at a return of just shy of 500% still. So the multiples are still there, the gains are still there. Of course, you probably will want to wait for some sort of pullback if you are looking to get in or finish accumulating those bags. But as I say, you should have most of your bag filled in this range here. Now, in terms of these TPs, of course, I like to caveat this by saying it is just for illustration purposes only. These are based on previous support and resistance. If you want to go back, as I say, to the previous video and see where I go through why I've chosen these levels, I'll link it at the end. But of course, your own profit strategy, profit taking strategy is completely up to you. How much you take, when you take it, and where you take it, etc. You may want to do something simple like every 25 or 50 cents. So take some profit at $1, $1.50, $2, $2.50, big round number, something like that. Or maybe you want to do percentages. So every time your bag hits 100%, 200%, 300%, 400%, etc. Completely up to you. And of course, the main idea of this is just to have that plan in place so that when the euphoria and the emotions of the market, like today, when you're seeing this, your ADA bag already up 100% and we've barely moved, it's just to have that plan in place so that euphoria and emotion don't take over and you forget to take profits, because some people do, or they hold on for all-time highs and beyond, and sometimes they never come. So having that plan in place. So even if you only took 10% at these levels here, so starting at $1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%, you've still got 50% of your bag for new all-time highs, and you're already up, even from today's price, 500%. If you, let's just take an average, the weekly mid-range, back to all-time highs, that's 870%. If you've not taken some profit when you're 870% up, then you're probably going to be in tears when it all comes tumbling down. So let's move on from the USDT pair and go to the BTC pair side of things. So this still has room to breathe. Let's go to the monthly time frame. It's a little bit cleaner. So this chart hasn't kicked up as much as the USDT chart. So if you've got some Bitcoin and you're looking to increase that, then obviously altcoins are a great vehicle to do that. And as you can see, the alt BTC pair hasn't moved too much. So if we just go from the bottom of November, it's only up 40%. From the bottom here in November, so still not too bad. Again, similar to the USDT pair, if you're looking to accumulate ADA with your Bitcoin, I would be doing it here in this lower portion of the range, definitely before we get up to this range height of 1,944 sats. And again, let's just take a quick look at some of these TPs. So the first one here at 2,500 sats, you're still looking at doubling your Bitcoin there at 113%. Beyond that, the next TP, we've got 3,250 sats, again 177%, not too bad at all. Next TP from today's prices, you're looking at 250% at just over 4,000 sats. And then the final two, you've got one here at 5,000 sats, which is just over 300%. And then back to all-time highs of the, well, not all-time highs, the highs of the last cycle in 2021 is 400% at 6,000 sats. So another example of why I say you need to take profits along the way. You don't go broke taking profits. If we go back to the weekly time frame, you can see the all-time highs of 2018 in the BTC pair was 8,700 sats. In the 2021 cycle top, we only hit 6,200 sats. So you don't want to be that person that's accumulated down here at 300, 200, 300, 400 sats. You then do a 10x up to 6,000 sats or beyond, up to 6,000 sats, and you've not taken any profits because you're waiting for all-time highs or beyond. It never happened, and then you basically round trip all the way back down to 800 sats. Don't be that person. Take profits along the way. Have a plan, and of course, it doesn't stop you from holding on to a bag up to all-time highs and beyond. Again, if you took 10% at each of these, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%, that's just back to the last cycle's all-time highs. There's no guarantee that we get up there or beyond, so at least take some profits along the way so that you've got something realized, and you can do all sorts with those profits. You can either pay yourself, obviously put money towards those dreaded taxes. You can diversify into other projects and have a free bag, or of course you can rebuy back on the dips, as we talked about on the USDT pair. So hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to be going over a lot of the the previous TA videos that we covered a couple of months ago, revisiting those. But if you have any assets that you'd like us to cover that we haven't covered yet, drop them in the comments below, and I'm sure we will get round to it. So have a great weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one.